regretful voice, he said, I am ready to die. Take him away, barked the officer. No shots were fired. Instead, this brave man was led to another building, but his grave was filled in. The second prisoner was brought out, and the officer pointed to the fresh mound of earth. Unless you submit, you will join your comrade in the grave next to him. What do you say? There was a long pause as the prisoner bowed his head in prayer. Then he said firmly, I cannot do it. I cannot deny my Lord. I am willing to die for my faith. He too was led away, and his grave, though empty, was filled with dirt. The third man was brought to the scene. He viewed the two new graves with alarm as the officer challenged him. Will you live or will you die? The young man panicked. Death staring him in the face was too much for his nerves. Life suddenly seemed so precious, so alluring. He wavered, then he gave in. I'll do whatever you say. The officer commanded the first two men to be brought back. The three stood there, bareheaded and sober. The officer's face hardened as he spoke directly to the one that had recanted. Your brethren had the courage of their convictions. Their lives will be spared. But you are a coward and a hypocrite. You deserve to die. That is indeed your grave. And he motioned with his rifle toward the open pit. The two that had been steadfast were led away to their freedom, while the doomed comrade whimpered for mercy. But there was none to be had. A shot rang out. The words of Scripture had been literally fulfilled. Whosoever will save his life shall lose it. But let's examine our own lives. How would we have fared had you been one of the prisoners that day? How would I? The truth of the matter is that anyone who is not willing to live for Christ is hardly willing to die for him either. Immediately preceding our text verse, in Luke 9:24, Jesus said, if any man will come after me, let him deny himself, take up his cross daily, and follow me. This clearly refers to living for him rather than dying. If we fail to lie down our lives for Jesus in a daily sacrifice of self-denial, self-crucifixion, we can be sure of one thing. We are an unlikely prospect for a Christian martyrdom. So that was the devotion, and so here's just some things I want to mention to you. And I feel led to do this lesson. Okay? And here's the way, you get handed the ball, and what's the first thing you do? But for me, I know I'm not smart, so the first thing I have to do is pray. Lord, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to teach? Because he's big enough to answer the question. I know that. And it wasn't a half hour. And I had it. I'm not trying to say I'm anything. I'm not. What I'm trying to say is if you let God put you in a spot where you need him, he will answer the call if you will sit down and shut up. It's that simple. And so this morning, this lesson, in part, is for your pastor. I go back to what I said earlier. So when he called me yesterday afternoon, he wasn't exactly encouraged because he couldn't find somebody to fill the spot that I'm standing in right now. Maybe some reasons were legit, maybe some weren't. I'm not here to judge them. I'm here to challenge you with something. The last time I had this happen to me was at youth conference, time for youth conference. Pastor comes to me, I've mentioned this before, but just a reminder. Pastor comes to me and says, hey, How would you like to drive the bus and be a chaperone at the youth conference? I've done that a bunch of times. And as an adult, you think that loading up a bus load of teenagers and going for an extended drive and an extended stay is a vacation involved. Now, I will say this, in fairness to the teenagers, they were a cakewalk. They really were. I was very impressed. Great kids. That I've been a part of some run. Come on. Okay? But, so here's my point. My first initial reaction when Pastor asked me to drive the bus was, what do I want to give up a week of vacation for? To go hang out with a bunch of teenagers that may or may not pay attention. But then, you gotta kind of keep track about things in life. I knew it was the right thing, so what? And a lot of times I think we all do. So I told him, and it wasn't long after. Yeah, let's go. And so, the bus. It was a great trip. I came away from youth conference very encouraged. I like what I see going on at First Baptist Campus. I like what I see going on at Ohio Ministry College. It was great encouragement to see thousands of young people wanting to do right. Why do I say all that? Because if I would have stayed home and kept my vacation in my back pocket and did what I wanted to do, I would have missed it. I would have missed it. I would have missed the great messages because guess what? Even though they're preaching to teenagers, it still fits me. So I came away encouraged. I came away not only encouraged for me, but encouraged that we have a pastor that has a passion for people. I will repeat that I've said this before. Not all pastors love people. All pastors, they love God. Oh, bless God. But they don't all love people. I'll tell you that. This guy loves people. And he'll go to the ends of the earth if he thinks somebody wants truth to try to help get them where they can grow more. He's got a plan in the future. He's got, but see, people got a problem.